In the northeast of the United States, Jeep sells more than 5 times its competitors when it comes to very capable vehicles. And we're here to test drive a new member of the Jeep family. Well, not as much a new member as a returning member. It went away a few years ago, but it was the predecessor to the minivan, and now the Wagoneer is back, joined by a Grand Wagoneer. In Jeep's 80th year celebration, they're going big. Jeep does not get to be a Jeep without being capable of going off-road, but this is the first time Jeep have embraced the high-end luxury lifestyle, stepping up from the Wagoneer to the opulent Grand Wagoneer. There's a lot going on when we talk about design. Originally, the Wagoneer was an attempt at a raised station wagon, but it's evolved into so much more. You can see this has a thicker hood with a large slope at the front. The 7-slat grille, which allows it to be called a Jeep. These are standard LED headlights and LED fog lights. As well, this vehicle has a slightly shark nose at the front where the grille bends forward, and that's to give its hood a long, mean and very muscular look. 1.5 times GVW tow hooks at the bottom and real air intakes. This vehicle is the business with 18s, 20s or 22s on the wheel. Your first reaction is that you don't want to get this baby dirty, but this is made for it. All right, they have given us one that's allowed to get dirty so we can put it off-road, and we have it in 4-low, and now we're going to see how much of a Jeep this actually is. I have some capable vehicles in my collection, and I would never normally take them on a course as extreme as Jeep set up for this Grand Wagoneer. There's 2 things automakers never tell you that you should always find out for yourself in a 3-row vehicle. How much room there is in that 3rd row and how easy it is to get there. So let's find out. Easy? Push a button. Now that was pretty easy, but what's the room like? Even my friend at 6'2" has a ton of room back here. Not only that, there are cup holders on each side. There is also 2 USB chargers on each side, an A and a C. It has its own moonroof, which has a shade, plus want to relax in the 3rd row. Before this, it may have been impossible, but now this has electric reclining seats. Even though this is a capable Jeep, buyers want it for its addition to their lifestyle. Now, in times gone by, the front seat has stopped becoming the premium place to sit in vehicles because you had infotainment in the back seat, you had power, you were able to do a lot of stuff. When you sat up in the front passenger seat, you lost all that ability. And what Jeep are doing is putting the power back in the front passenger seat by giving that front passenger their own screen. And that screen allows them to do things like assist with navigation, even to watch their own Fire TV, but also to look at things like 360-degree cameras around the vehicle. So when you're off-roading, you have a second pair of eyes up front here. Plus, if it's the other half, they can take a look at that fam cam and check that all the kids or grandparents or even dogs are being good in the 2nd and 3rd row. It is the extra things that Jeep have thought about in the vehicle that make it so lifestyle heavy. Every effort has been made to meet your needs even before you know you have them. It's a hot day in upstate New York and I might be parched, so I open the center console and look at that. There's a fridge with 6 water bottles on the inside and they're ice cold. Macintosh makes some of the world's best home audio systems and have made some one-off mobile auto equipment pieces in the past, but that has all changed with Jeep. They are now a partner in the Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer. Here's something I really love about the Macintosh sound system, as well as knowing that they are quality and they haven't really been used in a vehicle before. They feel very much like the amps. In fact, the volume knob on the infotainment system is the same volume knob style as what you'd find on a Macintosh amp. And available 23 specifically tuned speakers, including one of the highest performing 12-inch subwoofers in the industry. It's powered by a 24-channel, 1,375 watt amplifier. This isn't some kind of designer's play toy on the inside of the door panel. It's actually part of the Macintosh sound system. These speakers are covered in glass and metal, and it goes all the way from the front of the door here, all the way to the back of the door. Doesn't just look impressive, it also sounds impressive.
Driving in daylight is great, but after the sun goes down, night vision in the Grand Wagoneer can help.
Now, one of the cool things about the night vision in this vehicle is from the front camera, it doesn't only give you that night vision view of the road, it also helps identify different objects, and if that's human beings or animals, it will actually put a marking around the outside of them. So as you're driving, looking at the night vision screen, you can actually identify things on that screen that could potentially come into your path of driving.
Jeep thought about who may occupy the rear seats.
The rear seat infotainment and controls are completely off the hook in the new Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer. First of all, Fire TV, a real application where the screens in the back actually get me on them. Yep, that's right, you can watch me on your Fire TV in the back of this vehicle. Plus, these screens have been put in such a place and at such an angle that kids can use the touch screen or the Fire TV remote control that he actually comes with. Now, on top of that, they have easy access to all of their climate controls in another screen, plus multiple chargers on the back of the seats, including USB-A and USB-C, and large storage bins for all of those things that they don't want to forget when going to school.
To stop you stressing, 5 years of worry-free dealership maintenance, including oil changes and tire rotation, have been included with your purchase.
Now, to assist in your relaxation, you can turn all the screens together into one cinematic screen. And that was inspired by some of the design and technology team looking at the billboards in Times Square. It's very effective just to relax, but I'm not sure you'd want it on all the time.
The Wagoneer still has the essence of the original vehicle inside and out.
The steering wheel reflects 1991. It's a two-spoke steering wheel with some clever design additions. It has a very clean look, but it has that sculpted wing at the bottom with lots of 3D definition, and that reflects the sculpted wing which goes across the dashboard.
And you can't miss the name on the vehicle, as it's spelt out in large letters wherever you look, inside and out.
One of my favorite things about the screens on the inside of this vehicle is the massaging seat screen. And as you can see, it's down here right below the main infotainment screen. But press this button and it goes away and goes up, and behind it is all your USB ports plus all your James Bond equipment.
This vehicle offers best-in-class overall passenger volume, total volume, unsurpassed second and best-in-class third row, headroom and legroom, and most cargo volume behind the third row. This is a first-class entry for Jeep into the luxury lifestyle space.
I'm Nik Miles.